Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you guys are doing fantastic out there. Today, we are going to talk about another offering from Nitecore. This is model P35i. I think you guys are really going to like this video. This is a fantastic flashlight. Let's get started. Now, the current price point at the time of me filming this video for this flashlight is around $299. This is a very advanced flashlight, but it's not hard to operate. They've done a really good job on this. Now it says ultra long distance dual beam flashlight. So you have a class 1 laser on here and 6 CREE XPG3 LEDs. So you have 3 different modes of operation. You have flood mode, which uses the 6 CREE LEDs. You have spot mode, which uses the class 1 laser. And then you have mixed, which uses both the LEDs and the class 1 laser. So very, very cool. Let's take a look at the packaging right off the bat. You can see that it's IPX8 down to 2 meters, impact resistant down to 1 meter, 678,000 candela, and 1,650 meters of throw. That is crazy. 3,000 lumens maximum output. It comes with a CR123 magazine, so if you want to use dual CR123s, you can do that in this light. It also comes with this remote switch, which is very cool. So you could use this to mount this light to weapons and things like that. It comes with a 21700 lithium-ion rechargeable battery operating at 5,000 milliamp hour, USB-C charging cable, and a holster. So very cool. The packaging is done very well. And then on the back here, there's a little bit of features. So feel free to pause your screen if you'd like to read these features. It's probably going to be things that I'll be talking about in this video anyway. So right here, there's a little bit more information. And of course, contact information for Nitecore if there's anybody out there that wants to get in touch with them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open this package up. It's a magnetic box, very similar to Olight boxes. So you just open that up, and then right here on the inside, there's also some more information. Again, this is a very, very neat flashlight. So we're going to pull this out, and the first thing that we see here is the Nitecore warranty card. So very cool. Nitecore warranty card. We have a USB-C charging cable included. And then this little foam insert you can take out of the way. And the light, as you can see, comes in this very nice hard holster. This holster has Velcro on it, so you can use this to attach this to MOLLE with this interface right here. Or you could attach it to a belt. It does have a plastic D-ring. It's a Velcro enclosure right here. I kind of wish they would have used a different enclosure right here, maybe a magnet or a snap or something. I just don't care for Velcro that much. But the holster is very nice, and it's going to do a good job protecting the light. The next thing that we see in the package here is this little box. And this little box has a couple of things. It's got this bag, which I'll talk about in a second, and the very crumpled up owner's manual. Okay, so it talks about warranty service, and this is in multiple languages. So we're gonna just kind of open this up, and we'll go through this very quickly. We're gonna just take a look here, and feel free to use the pause button if you want to hang on to any of this information a little bit longer. There are the specifications of the light. Again, I'll be talking about all this stuff in this video here today. There's the battery installation and removal, and as you can see, there's that adapter with the dual CR123s or the 21700. So there's the tail cap switch with the USB-C port where you can charge it, and very cool. And then right there is the technical parameters, so all the run times and stuff like that. Again, I'll be talking about all that stuff in this video here today. But again, feel free to use your pause button if you want to come back and read any of this stuff. I hope the camera's picking it up well. These are basically the directions of how to operate this light. So pretty cool. There's a lot of information on this light. Let's take a look at this bag and see what's included here. So you can see we have the pressure switch for our weapon mounts. Okay, so this pressure switch is USB-C, so it plugs into the same port that you use to charge the light. So USB-C, and this has 3 different buttons right here, but they all do the same thing. And then it has this button A, which is basically this one, and then these 3 are button B. They all do the same thing. So you got just 3 different places where you can touch this. So that's the pressure switch. You can take some dual-sided 3M tape and tape that down to wherever you want it to be. This feels pretty flexible. It feels like it's built pretty good. So they did a nice job on that. They also include a single tail cap switch O-ring. So in case you need to replace that, they include that. So I thought that was cool. And then right here, lastly, you can see the little battery adapter. So you can put your dual CR123s in there and insert this into the light, and it'll allow dual CR123s to operate the light. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now looking at the light itself, let's go ahead and take it out of the holster. As you can see, it fits in the holster very well. You can see right here, you have that OLED display. There is the side switch. Here's the tail cap switch. And then right underneath there is the USB-C charging port, which also doubles as the port which you would plug in your remote switch. So very cool. The knurling on the body of the light is very good. It looks like they did a really nice job on this light. Here are the 6 CREE LEDs. These are the XPG3 LEDs. And then in the center, this is the LEP. These 6 give you the flood, and this LEP gives you the spot. You see the nice heat dissipators here. And then there's a little bit of fairly aggressive strike bezel here, and it says class 1 laser, kind of giving you a warning. It also says that the light can get hot. So let's take off the tail cap switch and see how the build quality is. There's a look at that tail cap switch build. Looks nice. So this button, you can use that for momentary or constant. And as you can see, there's an insulation film. You have to remove that, otherwise the light will not work. And then let's pop out that 5,000 milliamp hour 21700 cell. So that's what we're looking at. Very nice little battery. There's the positive on this side and the negative on this side. And then looking down inside the battery tube, hopefully you can see there's a solid contact point. This does look like a proprietary battery. I'm not a big fan of that. So we're going to tighten up this tail cap switch. Now if we want to look at this OLED display, we can just tap this side button and it'll give us the status of the battery, and it'll tell us the memory of what the last mode we were operating on is. Now operating the light is very simple. You can push this tail cap switch and that turns the light on, and when the light is on, you're going to get in real time the runtime remaining and what level and lumen and meters of throw that you're on. So I think that's fantastic. So as you push the button, the things change. There's level 3, there's level 4, and then there's level 5. And this is all, as you can see, flood. So we're lighting up those 6 LEDs, not the center spot LEP. So this is level 1, 10 lumens. This will last 60 hours. That's 2.5 days. And on this, it'll put out 10 meters of throw with a 40 for the candela. Push it again, we'll go up to low. This is 70 lumens. This will give us 28 hours of runtime. That's 1.16 days. On low here, it'll produce 35 meters of throw and 270 on the candela. Now I said 28 hours a minute ago, but it's actually telling us 23 because I haven't charged this light yet. Now when you plug the USB-C into this port to charge this light, you're going to see blue flashing while it's charging, and then it'll change to solid blue when charging is complete. So let's go ahead and bump this up one more setting. We're going to go to medium. This is 300 lumens for 6 hours and 45 minutes. It'll produce 70 meters of throw and puts out a candela of 1200. Push it again, we're going to go up to high. This is 1000 lumens for 2 hours, and it'll put out 120 meters of throw or 3600 on the candela. And then push it one more time, you'll get to that turbo of 3000 lumens. This will last for 45 minutes. It'll produce 200 meters of throw, and it puts out 10,000 on the candela. Now, all of these settings that you just saw right now, those were operating the light under the flood mode. So if I want to go and switch modes, it's very simple. I'll turn the light off, then I'll hold the side switch, and you can either momentary or just click, and you'll see that it'll, if I just hold this button down, it's going to cycle through flood, mixed, or spot. And when you let up at whichever one you want, so I let up where it said spot, and then right now we're on level 1, so we're on ultra low on spot. We are now using the LEP in the center. 25 lumens for 12 hours of runtime, and on this setting we're producing 350 meters of throw. On the lowest setting, 30,200 on the candela. Push it again, the side switch, and we will go up to the second mode, or the second setting. This is low, this is 65 lumens for 8 hours of runtime, producing 650 meters of throw or 107,000 candela. That is just remarkable. Push it again, we're going to go up to medium. This is 130 lumens for 4.5 hours of runtime, and it produces 900 meters of throw, 202,000 on the candela. Now, if we go up to level 4, this is high. This is 200 lumens, 3 hours of runtime, 1,200 meters of throw, 370,000 candela. Those numbers are mind-blowing. And then if I push one more time, we'll go up to level 5. This is turbo. Using the LEP, we're on spotlight, 410 lumens, 2 hours and 15 minutes. And this is the one that you'll reach that 1,650 meters of throw and the massive 678,000 candela. That is just crazy. Push it again and it takes us right back down to level 1 or ultra low. Now if we push the tail cap switch off, we'll turn the light off, and then again, let's go to the mixed setting. So we'll hold this button and we'll just do the momentary thing. Just keep holding it and we'll stop on mixed. We let the hand off the button. Now, when we turn the light on, you're going to see the LEP and the LEDs. And we are on level 1 or low. This is 130 lumens combined, okay, between the two. 130 lumens, you get 6 hours of runtime, and you get 640 meters of throw. The candela rating is 103,000. Let's push the button again. Okay, now we're on medium. This is 420 lumens for 2 hours and 45 minutes of runtime. This produces 900 meters of throw and 202,000 candela. If we click that again, we'll go to level 3. This is the high setting for the mixed. So we're getting 3,000 lumens. This will last 45 minutes. It puts out 1,650 meters of throw and 678,000 candela. Now, the fact that we're on the mixed beam, we're going to get flood and spot combined. So that is just absolutely crazy. So now I'm going to go ahead and go back to the flood. I'm going to push and hold, and I'm going to just kind of push that. We're going to go to spot. We're going to go to flood, and we'll let off the button. And now, as you can see, we are back on level 1 flood. This light has a memory mode, and the cool thing about this is it will remember any setting that you're on. It's very cool. So when you turn the light on, if from any mode, if you long press, you will get the turbo, and you'll get the mixed turbo from any mode. Just long press, and as you can see, it gives you a timer that lets you know how long it's going to display that super bright level before it steps down. Turbo has run out, and it went right back down to where I was prior to accessing turbo, which was level 1 flood. The dimensions of this light, we are 7.36 inches long. That's 186.9 millimeters. The head diameter is 2.56 inches, so 2.5 inches or 65 millimeters. The body of the light, so the battery tube here, we're a 1-inch battery tube, so 25.4 millimeters. And then the tail cap being a little bit thicker, 1.10 inches or 28 millimeters. The weight of this light is 10.46 ounces or 296.6 grams. This light does have a strobe, but you can only access the strobe using the remote switch here. So we'll just plug that in just like that. Like I said earlier, you have button A right here, and these 3 are buttons B. So to turn the light on, we're going to push the A button. And then to cycle through the modes, we're going to push any of these B buttons. That is crazy. And as you see, it goes right back to the beginning, and then you can push A again and it'll turn the light off. Now, if you want to turn the light on and you want to see the strobe, just push and hold the A button. And it's a momentary strobe. Push and hold. And it's a very disorienting strobe that uses the LEDs. It's not employing the LEP, only the LEDs for the strobe. Let off when you're done, and then again, you want to cycle through the modes. You can do that using the B buttons. Again, single press turns the light off. Now, if you have the pressure switch connected and you want to go to, let's say you want to use the spotlight, you can also do that, and we're going to change it the same way I showed earlier. Spot right there. Now you're on the spotlight. You can use B to go through the modes. Very cool. And then A turns the light off. A turns the light back on. If you push and hold A, you get the flood strobe, not the spot. You get a flood strobe. Very cool. So you have strobe from anywhere. So we'll turn it off, we'll hold the side switch, we'll turn it on, and we'll go to back to flood. Okay, and as you can see, it tells us level 1 flood. So this light is not hard to operate at all. When you disconnect the pressure switch, make sure that you put the tail cap charging port cover back into place to keep that IPX8 waterproof rating alive. We're going to just drop the light right down in the water and let it go swimming a little bit, and we'll pull the light out. And now we will cycle through the modes and see what happens. We're on flood right now, so we're on ultra low. There's low, there's medium, there's high, and there's turbo. And then if we push it again, we're going to go back down to ultra low, turn it off, hold the side switch, push the tail cap switch. Let's go to spot. So we'll let off right there, and let's go ahead and dunk it again. Let's let it do some more swimming. And as you can see, the light is clearly going underwater. We are now on spot. We are on ultra low, or level 1. And if we push the side switch, there's low, medium, high, and turbo. So very nice. Push it again, it goes back to spot. And let's say, for example, let's say I'm on level 4. Let's say I like that level. This light does have a memory, so if I turn it off and turn it back on, it's going to remember to come back to level 4. But I'm just going to put it down to level 1 because I want it to be in the lowest level possible. Now let's take a look at the mixed mode. So we'll push the side switch, push the tail switch, and then we'll stop when it says mix. We'll dunk that bad boy one more time. As you can see, we are clearly underwater. No problems there. Pull it out. We've got the LEP and the LEDs running. Okay, so there's low, there's medium, there's high. So as you can see, this light is clearly passing the IPX8 waterproof testing with flying colors. I'm going to go back to flood and I'll turn the light off. Okay, right now we are on floodlight and we're looking at ultra low. Now we're looking at low. Now we're on medium. Here we're on high. This is all flood. And this is turbo for flood. Turn it off. We're going to come to the mixed light. So there's ultra low, there's medium, and there's high. That is a lot of light. You got that tight hot spot and tons of flood. Now we're going to get over to the spot mode, spotlight. So we're dealing with only the LEP now. And we're on level 1, which is ultra low. That is fantastic. That is the lowest setting. And it's got a tight hotspot. I mean, you can see exactly what I'm pointing at. Let's go to low. There's low now. There's medium. And there's high. And lastly, there is turbo using the LEP. Such a tight hotspot. That is literally a laser. A class 1, type 1 laser. That is crazy. And that's the brightest setting that the laser, the LEP, offers. Single press again takes it right back to ultra low on the LEP there. So now, if I use the pressure switch and I push the A button, we're going to see the strobe that can only be accomplished by using the pressure switch. There is the strobe. And in nowhere on the owner's manual did I see anywhere where it specifies the run times for the strobe. But as you can see, it is very disorienting. It uses all of the flood. It does not use the LEP. But hopefully you enjoyed those night shots. Access to turbo is very simple. No matter where you're at, say we're on the lowest setting, you just long press that side button and it brings you to turbo. And then of course you can see your little counter. You can see the little timer there. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then when the timer expires, it'll go back to the setting that you were on prior to turbo, which in our case was level 1 flood. Okay, right now I'm outside the side of my house. I am on floodlight and we are on ultra low. Now we're on low. There's medium. That's a lot of light right there. There's high. That's impressive. And then there is the flood turbo. That's a lot of light. Okay, so right now we're outside. I am on spotlight. You can see it dancing around in the road there. I am on spotlight ultra low. So off in the distance, across the street over here, this is a softball field. It's just a dirt field, and way off in the distance there's a green sign on the interstate that you see me lighting up. That is impressive to be lighting that up on ultra low. That is just crazy, the amount of light that the lowest setting on the spotlight does on that LEP. Very impressive. Now if I push it up, now I'm actually on low. So I moved up from ultra low to low. Can't really tell that much of a difference of a change. I mean, it does show up on that light a little bit, on that sign a little bit more. And I'm trying very careful not to conflict with any of the traffic on the interstate. I don't want to be shining an LEP in their face when they're driving. So I got to go between the traffic. So let's bump it up again here. Let's go up. Now we're on medium. The spotlight medium. Now that is just remarkable. Here, as soon as I get a break in the traffic, we're gonna shine it on that green sign. Check that out. That is crazy. Now let's go up to high. We are now on LEP spot high. Looking at that green sign, it just lights up like a Christmas tree. I can see very clearly, and the cool thing I like about this LEP is there's no peripheral. Now we're on turbo LEP. That is crazy. So what I mean by no peripheral is I don't have that big spill to a flood pattern. I just have the tight hotspot and not a lot of other signature giving away where the light's coming from, other than that laser beam of a light that you see traveling. So that is crazy what this LEP does on turbo. Fantastic, and I'm very impressed. Now we're back down to ultra low. Okay, now we have the light. We are on the mixed mode, so we got the LEDs and the LEP. We are on the ultra low, and you can still see that sign. It's pretty crazy. Now we go up to low, and the only difference that I'm really seeing is I get a lot of peripheral light too. So like my hand right here, you can see that. Even off in the distance, right after that semi, look at that green sign. I mean, I'm just lighting that up, and that's on low. There's medium, and again, a lot more peripheral and a tight hot spot. I like this mix setting. And then of course there's high. That just lights up everything close to me, and then also everything off in the distance. That is fantastic. This mix does not give you the stealthiness though that you can get on spot alone with just the LEP. This lights up the whole area from a distance and what's very close to you. So it's a very remarkable thing that this light can do. I'm very impressed with that LEP, as well as those CREE LEDs. I mean, that is just crazy. There's low, medium, high, and that is just fantastic what that light does. Amazing. And as far as the video is concerned, I don't know if the video really justifies what this light's actually doing, but that is a long ways that I can see very clearly. That's just remarkable what this does. My final thoughts on this light. This thing is fantastic. To have a flashlight that will operate flood, spot, or mix, that also offers a pressure switch option with an LEP and 6 CREE LEDs, I just think that it's fantastic. Also, the holster and the accessories that come with this light are fantastic. I want to say thank you for watching this video today. If there's one critique that I could give this light, it would be I wish they would allow this light to access a strobe without using the pressure switch, because the strobe, let me show that one more time, it's very, very disorienting. It has a fantastic strobe. If I was assaulting somebody, that would, I mean, I have my eyes closed and that was still very disorienting. I wish that they could offer a way to access that with the flashlight itself and not using the pressure switch. But this light is fantastic, folks. I really like it. I want to say thank you to Nitecore for sending this light out for review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to check the description box down below. I'll put a link to where you can find this light. Also, please drop comments down below. Give this video some traction, please. If you appreciate the type of work that I do on these flashlights and all the videos across the board on my channel, I'd appreciate that support and you sharing the video and giving it more traction. So with all that being said, folks, again, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. We'll see you next time. Bye for now. Here we go. Boom.